So, as far as the folks that they're taking into custody and they're putting in whatever prisons and whatever detainment centers that they're not letting any of us know. Here's an example, one of those detainment centers that they're not letting us know about. That one congressman, Juan Vargas, decided to go visit. Another person on social media who's documenting all this, he goes by the handle official Arturo with a couple of O's. He showed this confrontation between Congressman Vargas and these folks down in San Diego where they're holding people.
Thank you for being here, Juan Vargas.
Thank you. Chad Torres? No? Chad? Chad?
Chad Torres?
Yeah. Chief Torres?
Chief Torres? No? Cedelos? Okay, we called ahead because we had heard that many people were being detained in the basement.
Okay.
Thank you. Here officially for our oversight duties because we want to go to the basement to observe ourselves. Yes, thank you.
You guys, I'm live here from the federal courthouse where they've just refused Juan Vargas, congressman, access to the basement where there has said to be 200 plus detainees. People are coming for their check-ins and they are being detained.
You go down there and see. Okay, well, we're here as our oversight capacity, demanding that we go down and see. So you'll have to refuse that if you want to, because we want to go down.
Yeah, at this time, it still has to go to congressional.
So you're not going to let us go down?
Not at this time.
And why is that? Well, I mean, we want to go see if you guys, you say it's not the case. Why can't we go see?
Well, no, I'm...
Okay, well, I guess it seems to me like you guys are hiding something.
Oh,
And that's the way it looks like. Well, sure. I mean, you say it's fine down there, but we can't go see it.
Well,
Those two officials were turned away. I mean, the guy that was working the window seemed pretty startled. He said, let me talk to my boss because I'm just here carrying out the orders that I've been given by the terrorists that are running the country and are holding people down in the basement. So this congressman wasn't allowed to then go and practice his oversight on this agency that he has jurisdiction over because the answer was, just trust me, everything's fine down there. I hope he goes back every day. I hope they bring more people with them because this is what's happening with folks. This is in San Diego. It wasn't just Juan Vargas. It was also Congressman Scott Peters. They sought to investigate reports that U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement detainees had been held for days underground in the Edward J. Schwartz Federal Courthouse basement in downtown San Diego. So anybody in San Diego, I'm familiar with San Diego. If you're near the Edward J. Schwartz Federal Courthouse, let's start bringing out crowds there and demanding some answers because this is what's happening. They said that the Trump administration denied them access. That was just a couple of days ago. Peters and Vargas said that their offices gave notice of their plan, but were still turned away. They even gave them an opportunity to clean up the mess that they have there, but they don't really care about the messes that they have there because all they care about is serving the king. Here's what's happening. NBC7 reported last week on the concerns of immigration attorneys, volunteers, and families of detainees who said many taken into custody have been held in the basement of that federal building for somewhere around 2 to 5 days because the Otay Mesa Detention Center is at capacity. They contend that the basement is not equipped for holding people for that length of time without real beds or showers. I mean, they said real beds or showers. There may not be beds at all, and I think we can pretty much assume there's no showers in the basement of this building where they made some makeshift prisons to pack people in. So they've got this mass deportation policy in place that Tom Homan took $50,000 on camera that the Department of Justice is now hiding. And then when oversight comes to check it out, it's to turn them away. While we're doing illegal things, we're having human rights violations in the United States of America, and we're covering it up in front of your faces, and we expect you to just chill. Here's the last aspect of what it is that they're doing to these folks that are down in the basement for multiple days. The people held in the basement also don't show up in ICE's online detainee locator, which families said has caused them great fear. Just like what's happening in Washington, D.C., when they federalized the police and sent in the National Guard and started arresting people randomly and indiscriminately off the streets, there's no records of these. That's what we call disappearing people. And then, when these officials from this Trump administration are asked about how they're disappearing people, they scoff and go, why are you guys talking about disappearing people?
You using the term disappearing people?
Well,
is
that's
disgusting.
what's happened. That happened to the group that was sent to El Salvador.
I mean,
U.S. citizens get arrested every day. U.S. citizens get arrested by police every day. Are they being disappeared? No, their laws are being enforced. They're being arrested. They're being put in detention because they committed a criminal offense.
Not like what you're doing.
Not
even close.
We're enforcing the law and arresting people here in violation of law that are public safety threats. That's not disappearing people. That's enforcing the laws of this country and making this country safer.
So what does that mean when people who are taken off the streets and not giving any rights, not giving any due process, which Stephen Miller said he wanted to implement months ago, and now it's been implemented.
The privilege of the writ of habeas corpus can be suspended in a time of invasion. So I would say that's an option we're actively looking at. Look, a lot of it depends on whether the courts do the right thing or not.
And they don't show up in the detainee locator. What else is that doing but disappearing folks? There's many people who have no idea what happened to their family members. I heard the numbers around 170 to 180 American citizens documented that they've taken into these facilities and they've kept for indiscriminate amounts of time. So all the hyperventilating that Republicans were saying people were having when Donald Trump said the homegrowns are next.
Demanded the people wanted to change everything, and they wanted to. They demanded, they love you, they love what you do. You know, I'm not feel supportive. I want them to do, you know, for homegrown criminals next. Yeah. I said, homegrowns are next. The homegrowns built. You got to build about 5 more places. Yeah, that's fair. All right. It's not big enough. No, yeah, come on. So this is a much different office than you remember.
Meaning the people that disagree with me in the United States of America that no longer have the right to dissent against my Gestapo type fascist techniques, they're next. And they're next to be put in prisons and having absolutely no recourse behind it.